Welcome to The Functional Esthetician, a podcast where skin health meets whole body wellness. I'm Samantha Dench, a licensed esthetician of 22 years, owner of Skin Deep Aesthetics, author, and a student of functional medicine. My mission is to help you see the bigger picture because healthy skin starts from within. In each episode, we'll explore the gut-skin axis, hormones, nutrition, skincare, and wellness tools you can use to transform your skin. Welcome to the Functional Esthetician Podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Dench. Today, we are going to do a deep dive into hormones. If you've ever gone to your doctor and they've told you your hormones are normal, but you don't feel okay, this episode is for you. We are going to cover exactly why you can't seem to get those answers you're looking for and what you can do to feel better. Please enjoy. Today, we're talking about hormones, which we did talk about a few weeks ago. We are going to go a little deeper and talk about how your body metabolizes hormones. Let's start with the role hormones play in your body. Hormones act as chemical messengers. They control and trigger various responses in your body. As active hormones complete their work, new hormones are produced, and the old ones are removed from the body via the urine or waste. Sounds simple, right? Many factors can stop this simple process from happening. I'm going to help you understand what's happening inside your body and why your hormone levels might be off. The majority of my clients are between the ages of 35 to 65. Multiple times a week, I have the conversation with many clients who complain that they wish they felt better and knew what was wrong with their hormones. Their skin is breaking out. They might not be sleeping, they're gaining weight, or they're struggling to lose the weight they keep gaining. They might be having hot flashes or night sweats, mood swings, and irregular periods. And this sounds like perimenopause symptoms. Yet many of these women go to their OB, get tested, and are told their hormones are normal. They're sent home and told to come back when everything gets worse. They leave frustrated, confused, and alone. I feel like today's episode is so important and can help many of you listening because I know you can relate to this story. And it's not always your hormones. It has to do with your hormone metabolites. Estrogen is produced by the ovaries and metabolized by the liver. There are 3 phases to estrogen metabolism. Phase 1 converts estrogen into 3 different metabolites. Phase 2 makes the estrogen water-soluble, so your body can excrete it through urine and waste. Phase 3 does not happen in the liver. It happens in the gut. We will talk about Phase 3 in detail later in this episode because this is where many estrogen problems occur. High estrogen levels can affect progesterone metabolism. Progesterone is made primarily by the ovaries after ovulation. Progesterone's main job is to prepare the uterine lining for a baby. Progesterone is not as active as estrogen. However, if your body can't properly metabolize progesterone, it can lead to symptoms such as PMS, PMDD, anxiety, insomnia, and mood swings. Lastly, we're going to cover androgen metabolites, which include testosterone. DHEA is produced by the adrenal glands. After your body metabolizes DHEA, it converts it into either estrogen or testosterone. Testosterone in women is also made by the ovaries and declines in menopause. Testosterone levels can increase during perimenopause. Androgen metabolites are important to know about because they regulate the skin, connective tissue, bone and muscle tissue, and regulate dopamine levels. The way your body metabolizes hormones can cause issues with fertility, perimenopause, and menopause. The good news, I can offer a hormone test called the Dutch test. This test measures hormones and hormone metabolites, so you can get a full picture of what imbalances might be going on with your body and where your imbalances occur. This is how we get to the root cause of your hormone imbalances. Let's move on to the next part, stress and its effects on how your body processes hormones. Last week, we talked in depth about stress. I recommend re-listening to that episode as a refresher. Today, we're going to dig a little deeper into how stress affects the body and your hormones. When we become stressed, our body releases a hormone called cortisol. This triggers the HPA axis. If we are under chronic stress, which most of us are, your body is constantly producing cortisol. High cortisol can affect estrogen and how your body metabolizes estrogen, which affects your cycle, your mood, and your sleep. This increase in cortisol can lower progesterone, and it can increase estrogen, leading to estrogen dominance. Estrogen dominance means your body has an excess of estrogen circulating. This can cause physical health problems, such as a weakened immune system, weight gain, and insulin resistance. Insulin, which is also a hormone, is affected by estrogen and results in insulin resistance. Insulin resistance means the insulin in your body can't properly break down glucose or sugars. And this is why women gain weight or struggle to lose the weight they continuously gain. You may not be showing symptoms of diabetes or insulin resistance, but most women complain of weight gain, and it can be related to estrogen dominance. Estrogen dominance can also cause mental health problems, such as anxiety, depression, or trouble sleeping. The other hormone responsible for mood is dopamine. Dopamine is also called the feel-good hormone because it's responsible for our pleasure centers. Dopamine is produced in the adrenal glands, and it's released during a stress response along with cortisol. Dopamine helps our body during that fight or flight state. Dopamine and estrogen are meant to work together to balance your brain chemistry. When this balance is off, mood swings can occur. And this is why we believe we're having a hormonal imbalance. What ends up happening is either a lack or excess of dopamine is produced. This causes a fluctuation in a normal hormonal cycle. The last piece that affects your hormones and your hormone metabolites are endocrine disruptors. Endocrine disruptors are made from man-made substances such as fragrance, plastic, flame retardants, and pesticides. These are also known as xenoestrogens. Xenoestrogens are substances that have an estrogen-like effect on the body. It mimics your body's natural estrogen production. Xenoestrogens are stored in our fat cells. This affects our metabolism, increases appetite, and can lead to obesity. Xenoestrogens are reintroduced into the bloodstream. This can lead to estrogen dominance. And this is why more men are becoming susceptible to estrogen dominance. The best way to minimize your exposure to xenoestrogens is to avoid plastics, all fragrances, including personal care products, detergents, and home fragrances, and eat organic and grass-fed meats if possible. This brings us to the impact our gut and liver have on metabolizing our hormones. Our gut controls everything in our body. Listening to me, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. I have to live in a bubble. I can't eat anything and I can't do anything. That's not true. I'm here to create awareness so you can make better choices for yourself and your family and limit your exposure to harmful substances. We can't prevent everything unless we really do live in a bubble. But the reality is we can't. But we can do whatever it takes to minimize our exposures. And that's why I'm here to share this information with you. When you know better, you do better. Let's talk about the role our gut has on estrogen dominance. Our gut has over 500 bacterial strains. And if this delicate balance is disrupted, gut issues happen. Early in this episode, I talked about the 3 different phases of estrogen metabolism. The first 2 phases occur in the liver. Estrogen is metabolized and converted into a water-soluble substance. Bile excretes it into the gut where it begins phase 3. Phase 3 happens in the gut, and this is where estrogen dominance can begin. We have bacteria in our gut called estrobolome that specifically breaks down estrogen. Some estrogen gets reabsorbed into the bloodstream. The rest gets removed via the waste. Gut imbalances can stop or slow this process, resulting in extra estrogen circulating your body. It is a known fact that most women don't go to the bathroom every day. It's part of our genetic makeup. And if we aren't going to the bathroom every day and we might be holding it for 3 to 5 days or longer, our body begins to reabsorb that estrogen that is trying to get removed. This is called estrogen recycling and can lead to estrogen dominance. If left untreated, this can lead to estrogen dominant breast cancer, PCOS, perimenopause, and menopause symptoms. I'd like to offer you some hope. You can get answers to the way you feel and help you understand your hormone imbalances. I do a test on clients called the Dutch test. It maps out your cycle, tracks your hormones, cortisol, and all your metabolites. It even tracks how your body metabolizes and processes cortisol. It looks for inflammatory markers and deficiencies in absorption. It even tracks where your cortisol levels rise and fall, so we can help regulate your body. This test is done at home. If you're interested in learning more about the Dutch test, please connect with me on social media at SkinDeepIL or visit our website, linked in the show notes, to schedule a consultation. I'd like to end today's episode with one small step you can start taking today. Pay attention to your body. If you track your cycle, make note of when you experience PMS symptoms, mood swings, perimenopause or menopause symptoms, and gut problems. Assess your stress levels. See if you can start to note when your body feels off and if it seems related to stress or your cycle. The goal is to teach you to start paying attention to your body and learn what your body needs. Our bodies are smart, and they'll tell us when something is off or when we need to pay attention and be kind to ourselves. Your job this week is to start to pay attention and see if you can understand or learn some of your triggers. Please make sure to connect with me on social media to schedule some functional testing. It's amazing how clear the answers are on this test and how thorough this test is for women and men. Thank you for listening. Today we talked about hormone imbalances and the importance of how your body metabolizes hormones, as well as stress, dopamine, and cortisol. We ended with the importance of your body being able to metabolize and detox hormones, so estrogen recycling doesn't affect you. Please make sure to check the show notes for links on estrogen, hormones, or to connect with us on social media. Make sure to tune in next week to episode 12. We're going to talk about the impact sleep has on our body, health, and skin. And always remember, you deserve to love the skin you're in. As estheticians, we have such a unique opportunity to not only care for the skin on the surface, but to guide our clients towards deeper wellness. If this episode gave you something to think about, share it with me on Instagram at SkinDeepIL. I look forward to connecting with you there. And if you enjoyed this conversation, subscribing and reviewing the podcast helps others find these conversations too. And always remember, you deserve to love the skin you're in.